Hello there, it's Frankfurt 2012 and we've got the Micro Terror here. This is a nice little simplified tiny Terror in a miniature package. It's got a single tube doing part of the preamp. The preamp is like a simplified tiny Terror. It sounds actually really good. It comes with like a single 8-inch cabinets. It comes with a floating power supply, but it can be upgraded if you use a laptop power supply. It'd be even better. If people who want to use it for recording, you'll get better signal to noise and clean headroom out of it. You know? So yeah, that's new for. Well, that was new at NAMM 2012. So it's not new for this show, but it's new for this year. We've also got OR50. This came out in 2008 as part of our 40th anniversary, and we brought it back due to popular demand because we just ran it for a year. It's a limited run of a year for our 40th anniversary. And now this is a 3-stage preamp, very vintage flavoured. The EQ happens before any preamp overdrive, so it kind of shapes it rather than. It voices it rather than filters it. You know? Okay. You've got the kind of volume stroke attenuator here, which is you can defeat it with a foot switch. So for loud solos, you can switch it to flat out, okay, depending on how you've got this set. This control with a fist is like a filter up to the white area at any volume. Okay. When it goes into the white area, you get negative feedback boost, like a treble boost, that comes in more the higher you have this. You know? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, it's the OR50. It gets very clean up to about here, then it can get pretty dirty, 3 stages, you know. Yeah. Also got the OR15, which is 4 stages, again, but it cleans up as well. It's got a tube effects loop on it as well. Yeah, the same one as on the Dark Terror and the TH30, etc. You know. And the idea of this is to be like a miniature vintage orange amp. Yeah. But that still appeals to the kids who want the gain and the effects loop and stuff like that. But it's voiced very boutique, as in the treble covers quite a fine area. There's a bit less mid, and the bottom end's a certain way. Okay. So it's kind of boutique-y here and then high gain here, you know. Yeah. Again, it's exactly the same circuit as the OR15, but revoiced. So this is based on Jim Root's lead channel on his Rockaverb. Okay. So the treble has a slightly wider, broader. It's a slightly broader area that it covers, you know. There's a bit more mid. The bottom end is a bit more aggressive and tighter, you know. Okay. Same effects loop, you know. So it sounds quite different from that because it's voiced very differently, but it's the same basic circuit. You know, we'll clean up and it do 4 stages of gain, higher levels, higher gain levels, you know. Also got the cabinet that goes with it, which has the new orange Voice of the World 12-inch speaker, which is quite different to the Celestion in the way it's a vintage flavoured speaker. It has the small dust cap, but it has the sweet mid-range and top end. It has a quite unique top end. It's very musical, almost reminiscent of an Alnico. The bottom end, the more you drive the power amp, the faster it plays. Oh, okay. It's quite a unique response. It's quite different to the Celestion in that way. Celestion tends to slow down with higher sort of power amp levels, you know, when you're driving the output tubes and the output transformer. These tend to speed up. So they're quite different, you know. It's not a copy of a vintage 30. It's kind of our own sort of speaker. It's got a slightly different flavour. Okay. You know? also requested the black front also be paper, like the cream coloured fit, the orange OV4 to an amplifier with the interface. And what this does is it's set up so that whichever tubes you put in the amp, as it powers up, it biases them correctly and matches them. Yeah, you know. It's actually very clever technology. So it always keeps your amp biased correctly. You know, and if you change a tune and it maybe isn't exactly the same, it adjusts it just automatically as you power the amp on. It kind of, if one's up there and the other three are here, it kind of levels.
Okay.
You know. So if you're on the road and you can't get the right tubes, you can often you could on a 100 watt. This is a 200 watt amp, but on a 100 watt amp you could run two 6L6s and two L34s, and it will just kind of it will bias them correctly. You know, just automatically.
Yeah.
It's quite
great.
very, very clever technology. And this is just a rough example of how the harness fits in. Because we sell this box as this with the harness, you know. And all you need to do is connect the ground up.
Okay.
That needs to be a secure connection on the chassis. And that's it. You can fit it in 5 minutes, you know.